The following program is taped in front of a live web audience and man, it's not easy reading it that fast every week. Tonight, our E3 wish list, Blur, Split Second, Green Day Rock Band, and how Alison and Hailsip got the nickname 2 Year. It's all coming up on The Game Show. This episode of The Game Show is brought to you by Gamefly. Check out www.gamefly.com/thegameshow for your trial account. And Netflix. Go to www.netflix.com/gameshow for your free trial membership.
Crashdown?
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the wrong dude?
Yeah, he's like a pilot. I think he got like pierced in the middle of a
He
battle.
lived the whole way. He ended up being...
No, Crashdown's dead,
No,
dude.
he was Hera's father.
No, that's Hilo. All right, enough with the fucking Battlestar Galactica chatter.
No, I need this question
It's the
answered.
Game Show. What's up, you guys? We're live on the stream.tv, unless, of course, you're checking in on revision3.com for the on-demand episode. So excited. Tonight, we are talking, our game of the week is Blur. So we are drinking some scotch to get a little bit blurry. Why not?
sense.
And
Why not?
our good friend from Blur Studios, Rocky Manoost, is in the studio. And he brought his friend Lene from South Park Studios, who brought us an amazing bottle of like 14-year-old scotch.
And that code we gave away on Twitter last weekend.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you guys owe him some thanks too, not just us. But we are talking
But mostly
Blur.
us.
We're talking a lot of E3 prep. We're talking a lot of stuff. We're talking Nicole Z.
We're actually not talking me, but I will be here. I will be in the Stick-Am room with you-know-who, my Stickas. I will have a top 7 list for you. And we're going to go over some E3 predictions, guys. What are we going to see next week? Well, we don't know, but we're going to tell you what we want to see.
And ladies and gentlemen, he can't be with us. He's on a little bit of a hiatus because of work. Weeds is not here. But instead, hosting over in the blue square, Alison Hailsip. Woo! Yeah!
I am not drinking scotch. I am drinking raspberry-flavored emergency. Because I have a cough and I'm really scared about getting sick right before E3. No, not
my
pussy.
God.
Smart.
Yeah,
Smart,
whatever.
Smart working woman.
Look, we got shit to do. Let's
Guys.
do a little bit combo, some quick hits of news that you might have missed this past week. Starting, Scott Pilgrim versus the PSN.
I love Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, the comic book, graphic novel, turned movie, turned video game, will be coming out on August the 10th, a few days before the film's release. And it is going to be a PSN exclusive for a little bit.
For 2 weeks, I believe.
Timed exclusive.
All right, so for a couple weeks before you folks at XBL get your dirty hands on this, you will be able to play this on the PSN. It is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's going to be awesome. Everything about this is going to be awesome. You can choose between 4 characters: Scott Pilgrim, Ramona Flowers, who else? Steven Stills, and Kim Pine are your 4 choices.
I choose Kim.
You will be able to, it's created by Ubisoft Montreal, and also,
They're French.
really cool thing about this that I did not know is that the
Canadian,
music
actually.
is being done by Anamanaguchi, who I love. They are an 8-bit chiptune band. If you haven't checked them out, check them out on iTunes. They have their album up there. It's fucking awesome.
Boom.
Explosion.
There's this trend going on right now that are MMO for little children, because what do we need more of? Little children on the internet. So a few weeks ago,
Why don't you have a seat?
Sweet tea, guys. Sweet tea is delish. We've got the Attack of the Star Wars, Clone Wars Adventures, free MMO for kids, microtransactions, of course. But now MTV Games has announced they're going to be making a SpongeBob MMO. Oh my God, for children. It's going to be free again.
There's not enough characters in SpongeBob to be an MMO.
You only need SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy,
Who lives in a
Squidward.
pineapple on your PC?
Oh my God!
Squidward.
I have bad
that's really
news
good,
though,
Jen.
guys, because it's only going to be in Asia for now. They're probably going to
They
bring it
get
to America.
everything.
Exactly. Why? I mean, does SpongeBob have a huge Asian following? I don't know. New trend: MMOs for kids. SpongeBob SquarePants. Kids in the Pineapple Under Sea. He does.
You're gonna play it anyway.
I'm going to move to China to play it.
Oh, it's me again. I forgot. Sony in 3D. Stereoscopic. Man, I love Scott.
Have another drink. Have
Stereoscopic.
another drink.
Stereoscopic 3D has come to the PlayStation 3. Full games Wipeout HD and Super Stardust HD, plus limited levels of pain and a demo for MotorStorm Pacific Rift have hit the PlayStation Network. But wait! Of course, you're going to need a 3D capable TV and glasses to make any of that work.
Right.
New 3D capable Sony Bravia TVs will come with vouchers that you can download the 4 3D games along with the price of your television. And 3D gaming. I don't care.
But here's what I want to know. People like me and you, obviously, who wear glasses, it sucks to wear glasses over your glasses.
That is true. Have you guys seen that
really
they
comfortable.
now have commercials for 3D sporting events, and like all the dudes on the couch are wearing the glasses, and they look dumb.
Nerds.
They do look dumb, guys. Eric Clapton has signed on with Power Gig. It is a rock band type video game, which was announced on Monday. And what was cool about it was going to be a real working guitar. Oh my God, that's never been done. Okay, so then today, Rock Band 3 was like, oh wait, no, we're doing that too, and we have a keytar. Yeah. We see and we raise, okay? So that is the Power Gig one. The one you saw before was the Rock Band one. So Rock Band has actually signed with Fender to bring us actual guitars that can play Rock Band. So I assume the concept is you're going to actually learn how to play. They're going
to have a pro mode as well, where you actually have to know how to read music.
Wow.
It's not just like following colors;
so
it's actual
smart.
music. So we might actually learn something from this game.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I've been wanting to learn how to play guitar forever. Is this finally my way of
Can I get an
figuring that
acoustic
out?
guitar and play
It's not going to help you
Wonderwall
get
on
chicks,
campus?
Jim.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing helps me get chicks. Scotch. All right, a Zelda FPS. And may I say that Nicole before the show was like, "Oh, what's that?"
I knew though. I did know though.
Michael Johnston is this developer, this guy who took Zelda 2 and turned it into a 3D FPS. It requires a simple plugin to play directly in your browser window. So I guess my main question about this game is, Nicole, how much productivity have you sacrificed at G4 for this?
My computer at G4, I don't have access to download things.
Yeah,
So I
me
can't-
either. It's the biggest
I'm
pain in the
alone.
butt ever.
I can't play this at home.
Really?
No.
You can't even play this
at home. I
home?
mean, I have to play this at home. I can't play
okay.
it at work. Yeah.
Does this interest you? Are you going to check this
Oh
out?
God, first-person shooters in Zelda? No. This isn't. No, not really down my. No, not my thing.
It kind of looks like what was that game? That other Nintendo game? Dragon's Warrior, Dragon's Lair,
Dragon.
No.
I'll say
not
Dragon Warrior.
Dragon.
It looks like Dragon Warrior, sure.
But we all
Was it
like
Dragon
dragons,
Warrior?
and
Yeah,
we
Dragon
can agree
Warrior,
that.
yeah.
That was it.
Dragon Quest, people are
tell-
saying.
Dragon Quest. Dragon's Dragon.
Time.
Telltale takes on the 80s. Telltale has signed on with NBC Universal to bring us some fantastic 80s games. A little late. Better late than never, though, is what I've always said. So they're
I
going
watched
to.
Jurassic Park last
I
night.
love that movie. They're going to be bringing us a Jurassic Park game and a Back to the Future game. Oh, but did I say a? Because I meant multiple. They'll be episodic. There's going to be a season of Jurassic Park, which will probably be up to 6 episodes games. And Back to the Future will be also episodic. It'll be multiple installments. Downloadable games. They're all going to be coming within the year. I love dinosaurs, and I love DeLoreans, and I love downloading. So can we just...
Wait, that's 3Ds.
3D.
You love 3D.
Oh my God! Full circle. Full circle, and...
And that's combo. Thank you, sir.
Jim, are you alcoholed now?
Jeez.
I certainly
Would you
am.
like to talk about Goomfu?
Yeah, because pretty soon I'm not going to be able to talk about anything. Nicole, educate.
I'm gonna educate you. I'm gonna learn you guys so good about GameFly. If you want to test it out because you're not sure, get a 15-day free trial.
How would they do that?
Well, there's an easy way to try. www.gamefly.com/thegameshow. You can keep them for as long as you would like, and if you really like them, you can go to the website, click Keep It, buy the game for a discounted price. The game, guess whose it is now?
Yours.
Yours.
Over 7,000 titles in their library, and as soon as you're done with your game, you mail it back and then mail you the next one.
And you know
it
what?
don't get easier than that.
You know what?
What?
15 days free is better than no days free.
Oh my God.
Shit.
You just
just
brought
got
the
learned.
knowledge.
Yeah.
So we encourage you guys, chat with us live. Also go to our forums on the stream.tv, but also more importantly on revision3.com. We'd love to hear what you have to think, what's going on with you guys, what you want to hear us talk about. So we're going to do a little bit of community check-in. And Nicole, I believe you have something from our Twitter feed.
Yeah, you guys can @reply us at any time. We are the Game Show TV on Twitter. Piltree said something in Spanish that I don't understand, but I want to thank you for it.
I've been getting a lot of tweets in Spanish lately. I don't
know what they
know
mean.
where that came from.
AK Bogart says that he watches us while he grinds in Final Fantasy 13.
Grind.
Yeah. A, grind, and B,
Grind.
God, that was a boring game. I'm glad you have us to get you through that.
Yeah.
Also, I want to give a shout out to, I'm probably going to butcher your name, dude, but Bizarre Rodin. Was talking about the Mortal Kombat trailer. And I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but he said, looks like my wish was granted. Well, maybe. I don't know if this is an actual movie or not, but it looks awesome.
Yes.
You, sir, are correct. Brian, I believe we have a little bit of that footage to show the folks in internet land. Yeah, this is pretty dope.
It's Awesome Town.
It's like it's what you want a reimagining to be. It's like it's a reboot. It's an awesome reboot. It's not another bullshit reboot.
But it's not just an awesome reboot. This fight scene is one of the best fight scenes in anything, let alone Mortal Kombat attempted movies.
I mean, the best part of this is at the end when he finally kills Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
And the dude has the fucking cigar. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so
And he lets
detailed
it,
and perfect.
Coughs up the blood, like he knows.
Like he's done. Like he knows he's done.
Yeah.
So, for those, should we spoil it for everybody and tell people what this actually is? For those of you who still
Sexy Monkey, come on. Everybody has seen this. I have not spoiled it.
There's no spoilers. This isn't real. The bottom line is that this was made out of pocket by, I forget the director's name.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, he's
Although
done.
when
Done.
did you become Wolverine?
Done.
Well, his backstory is he's a plastic surgeon that had one surgery that went wrong and he lost it.
But
I'm
that's
sorry,
awesome.
the ability to do this and make blades pop out of your arms, don't think that's possible. I'll buy implanting blades in your arms, but I don't think you can make them retractable on your own.
Maybe it's like a pressure point thing
switch
in his hand. All right, regardless.
They're voice activated.
I have a little bit of a scoop.
Ooh.
I got a scoop about this
You
one.
tell.
Scoop us, Festante.
If I may. Now, apparently, a little bird tells me that this was done by the director of the original Mortal Kombat movie, who is going to be in a legal rights fight
producer.
with Warner Brothers
Larry.
over who owns the rights to the Mortal Kombat franchise to make a movie. And he basically wanted to put this out there and be like, hey, let me get some fan support because I can do this right. I can do this well. And Warner Brothers is like, no, you don't have the rights to this anymore, because basically they'd have to pay him money. And any business person doesn't want to pay anyone else money. So he's done a really awesome, smart thing, if this is true, by getting fan support behind it, because the internet has blown up with this trailer. Everybody loves it. I mean, in the chat room, you guys dig this. It's dark, it's sick, it's violent, and it's everything that Mortal Kombat should be.
They just also announced that in 2011 there's going to be a new Mortal Kombat game.
Right, that was
literally the
announced
same
yesterday.
week
Yeah, a
that this
day
trailer
after.
comes out.
2D.
2D, but you can play 4-player tag team.
And fatalities are back.
And the fatalities are apparently the best, most gruesome fatalities ever.
Fatality.
Finish him!
That was scary.
Let's talk a little bit of E3 speculation. Nicole, I believe that I saw a little bit of prediction from you on G4's feed blog.
Ooh.
Yeah,
what?
I did post today. Kevin Kelly, the features editor, organizes predictions post, and in it I said my predictions. I posted this earlier, so I had called a keytar for Rock Band 3. Called it. I also think that, totally a guess and complete optimism, I think Mass Effect 3 is going to be announced.
Yes, please.
Holiday 2011. I think we're going to get massive DLC that's going to bridge the two games for Q1 11. I also think that BioWare, I don't think by any means, I just really hope that BioWare is going to give us Jade Empire 2. You guys have perfected your RPG-ness. Jade Empire.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that happens. I feel like this E3 is going to be very hardware driven. Like, you've got Natal, so yeah, it's been announced, but you're finally, I think they're going to give you what the actual project name is, other than Natal, how much it's going to cost. PlayStation has announced their move, so it's going to be what are the price points for both of those systems.
Not that it's going to be the most exciting, but I think what they're going to try to put out there the most are 3D games. I mean, that's all that was at CES was 3D televisions, 3D Blu-ray players. It was like, here's a 3D Blu-ray player that you can't use unless you buy a 3D TV, which you can't get for another like 4 months, you know? So I think
then it's going to cost a ton of money.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to wear stupid glasses.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a lot of that set up there. I'm not saying that's what I'm excited for. I just think that that's going to be a lot, not necessarily the big names, not like Microsoft and Sony, although I'm sure they will have those aspects, but I think some of the, you know, the smaller booths and things are going to be like, look, we can do 3D too, you know?
So obviously Nintendo is going to talk 3DS. Do you guys think that there's going to be talk of a PSP 2?
Yes.
I would think so.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Admittedly, like I own a PSP Go.
Loser.
I'm sorry, a what?
All 7 of you.
I'll admit it. You know what? I'll step up. My name is Jim, and I own a PSP Go. And yeah, it doesn't. I don't do a lot with it. So on the one hand, it's like, yeah, they just released this thing. It's not been on the market for very long, but it's also not doing very well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they announced a new PSP. But I feel like there might have been a little bit more hype or hints to the fact that that was going to drop. So I'm not sure if we will see that.
What about Valve? Like, we all thought that we were going to have...
They canceled their party.
They canceled their party
Yeah.
and their little presser thing. They delayed Portal 2 until 2011. Gabe Newell came out and said that Half-Life 2 Episode 3 is not what's going to be announced because they sent out a press release saying a big surprise is coming. And he said that that's not what it's going to be.
All right, wait. So we have a Valve appointment. What are they going to show us then?
Yeah, it's all. But that's the other thing. Everything Valve is doing is behind closed doors, I believe. Like
Oh, really?
I feel like that's the emails that I got sent around. That was like, if you want to see the surprise, you have to make an appointment and show up.
Well,
like
the
you
DCD
can't just
saying, well,
appear at the Valve booth.
We have very matching shirts on tonight, Alison.
We do.
Yeah.
That was planned.
The
Totally called you before the
yeah. The DCD saying Portal 2, but I mean, if it's getting pushed back and
It's
they still
announced.
show us and like, I want to see it. That's what I want. That's what I wanted my Valve appointment for, and we just got confirmed today. And
It's
like,
Left 4 Dead 3.
Left 4 Dead, the joke is Left 4 Dead 2 Episode 1.
Yeah.
That's the joke. And people at the G4 offices are joking that, I think they're joking, and maybe they're just really optimistic that Valve is going to be doing the next Duke Nukem, guys.
What?
Oh.
Can we stop with the fucking Duke
Shut up.
Nukem
Duke
already?
Nukem's
It's
coming to
not gonna
XBL
happen.
now.
Shut up, everybody. Shut up
shut
about
up,
Duke
fail
Nukem.
Stante.
Oh my God, I'm gonna slap you, fail slip.
What?
It works for you. It works for you. As far as games that I want to see, I mean, obviously, I want to see Mass Effect 3. I want to see Dragon Age 2. The new Zelda title that's floating around, Bulletstorm and Gears 3. I want more info on.
Bulletstorm.
Infamous 2. I love
Infamouser.
you. I'm very excited for Infamouser.
More infamous.
And then Star Wars, which you know, George Lucas owns my wallet, but Old Republic and Force Unleashed 2. It's gonna be dope. And
G4's
finally,
doing a huge Old Republic special.
Like 30
Oh,
minutes,
really?
I
That's
think?
what's kicking off our E3
Yeah,
coverage.
tons of
So
coverage for that.
What?
I am so screwed.
There's
when
so
that
many
game comes out.
voices.
And then finally, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. What about you guys? What are you excited for, Nicole, game-wise?
I definitely want to see, I want Zelda to be playable on the show floor. That's what I want.
I want Zelda to be playable, period. Make it a good game, please.
Yeah, 'cause
don't screw it up.
I don't want it to be Wii Motion Plus, if that's what it's called, mandatory. I don't want to have to swing and do this, and
Right.
I don't like that at all, and I don't want to hear that it's going to be mandatory. And I've heard Shiggy's basically said in past interviews that it's going to be. I don't want that. I'm curious to what the press conferences are going to have, especially the Microsoft press conference, which is it Monday?
Yes.
Which is
Microsoft
before
is
E3.
Monday.
Rebels.
Crazy.
Rebels.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely, I want to see what Valve has to say. I definitely want to see more from Gears. I'm a huge Gears fan. I definitely want to see Anya in action. What else? Bulletstorm, Chance of Rain.
Alison Games, what do you want?
I want to survive E3. I want to go
Fair
to
enough.
parties.
Optimistic.
I don't know. E3 is it's E3 is my favorite of all the conventions that G4 covers. Let me time out. Comic-Con is actually my favorite convention. E3 is my favorite one to cover because I feel like I actually get to enjoy it while I'm covering it. While at Comic-Con, I'm like, am I breathing? Am I still alive? Okay, let's go to the next thing. So I'm always excited to play whatever Rock Band and Activision and all of them have out. there's a new, oh crap, I forget who's doing it, but there's a new rapping game coming out. There is
Def
that,
Jam Rap Star?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm stoked to see what that's all about. I'd love to give it a shot. I'm sure I will be miserable, but it'll be really fun.
And it'll make a great segment, I'm sure.
Exactly,
I'm
exactly.
trying.
Let's talk Blur. It's our game of the week.
Oh, right, that.
We raced, we loved,
We
we
conquered.
cried, we held each other. Blur is basically Mario Kart with real cars. I mean, let's just put that
But
out
there were
there.
no banana peels that I saw.
No, there's no banana peels, but there is lightning. I mean, there's fireballs, shockwaves, you get
Is there
speed
a
boosts,
squid
protective
that
shields.
squirts ink on your windshield?
Okay, let me put up the power-up thing for you
Yeah,
first.
put up the
How about
power-up
that?
thing.
We'll start
Maybe
with
there's
that.
DLC.
All right, cool. So, Nicole, run us through what is the equivalent in Mario Kart?
All right, so shock. We got shock. There wasn't much creativity there.
I will say it's the blue shell, the guided blue shell, because it attacks the leader.
The shock does.
The shock
but
does,
it
yeah.
also it leaves multiple.
Yeah,
Things, whereas
the point
the
of it
blue shell's
is
just one.
to screw up the leader. Yeah.
Okay, can you put it back up? All right, so Mino is, I'm gonna go and say, I mean, you really can't target where the mine is left, where like you can with the upside down question mark in Mario Kart, but I would say that's the same thing. Both, you send out little shockwaves there. I would say green shells. I wouldn't say the red shells because they really don't heat sense, so you really have to aim. You have to, with yourself with the joystick, aim who you're gonna shoot. Like the green shells, whereas the red shells, just they just got whoever's near you. Can we have it back? All right, so what is it?
Barge?
It's shunt. Shunt is red shells. We're just gonna shoot whoever's in front of you, but it's only one, not three, guys. Let's clarify. Nitro is turbo, which is the mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
You got the red mushrooms. You got the gold mushrooms. There's just one nitro, guys. Can we have it back? Okay, so we have shield, which is basically star, except there's no fun music. Same thing. And repair, there's no repair in Mario Kart because there's really no health in Mario Kart, but
Wait.
in repair your car can get damaged. Repair fixes it.
You missed barge.
Barge named appropriately because if you want to barge through a bunch of people, you can get through the group of cars that way. And I found it can also deflect some things that are about to hit you.
But it also starts with the B, just like bananas did. So if you think of it in that sense, then exactly the same.
Now, this is a very difficult game. This is not something that's like a lot of, I mean, I consider myself a halfway decent gamer. I mean, some things I suck on, but like racing games, I feel like I'm okay. Like I have a good sense of how to drive a car, but this
That
game,
looks like my Ford Fiesta.
yeah, it might be.
It
is
It's
a Ford,
really
isn't it?
hard.
It is a Ford Fiesta.
It is a Ford
Oh
Fiesta.
my gosh.
Lots of real life cars.
But it's really hard to focus on getting to the end. I mean, forget about getting in first place. Like, I just want to get past the finish line in this game.
Yeah, not
Wow.
hit the walls when you turn. You say it's like Mario Kart. You think, oh, okay, it's going to be really easy. With Mario Kart, especially the Mario Kart for the Wii, no skills involved. It's just, you get a good item. The item system in Mario Kart rewards you for being in the end. If you immediately fall behind in this game, you're going to be behind the entire race. It's really hard to catch up and to stay in first. And this game is, despite the Mario Kart comparison, it's actually very challenging. And I ran into the wall all the time.
Frankie the Waffle is saying, how does it compare? Basically, how does it compare against Split Second? Split Second will beat Blur. It's just not the same. Brian, you've played both.
My analysis of anyone that says Split Second is better than Blur is that they haven't played Blur. Because I played them back to back and I physically switched back and forth from them. If you guys aren't familiar with Split Second, it's also a racing game, and the point is you have these power events or these power plays, and you charge up your car by drafting people, and that gives you the ability to perform a power play. And once this light blinks above the car, you hit A, and that maybe drops a crane on them or makes something explode. But I found in playing it, like where there was kind of you had to have precision with using the shunt or the barge at the right time or the turbo. It was just kind of like hit A when you saw the thing. Hit A when you saw the thing. So the replayability, I think that's what a lot of people are saying, is not there. Worth the rent is a lot more simple than Blur. You will be able to get first and second place right away, and of course you just have to hit A to make cool things happen. But I find myself continuously going back to Blur because it has a lot more to kind of grow along with the game, and the sound design is amazing, the environments are amazing.
DCD is saying they're both terrific. D. Seguda says Split Second is more racing, Blur is more fuck your neighbor. Which makes a lot of sense. Split Second gets old after a while, says Ryan Vanguard. Just play Mario Kart, says Big Boss.
I think
Split Seconds gets really old, gets old really quick, says Vegs.
Freddie says that he's better off with Grand Theft Auto. Different kind of game, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
But I think it's unfortunate that the immediate chat room response was, Split Second's better, Blur's better. I think it's unfortunate that you have to compare these two games, whereas I think that's what happened with Prototype and Infamous.
Yeah.
That because they came out at similar times, similar looking games, they were compared, and I think they're very different types of games, different kinds of racing games. If you have to compare them, I have not played Split Second, but I trust the all-knowing Brian's opinion.
Definitely play. It's fun. Like the power-up events are fun and it's cool. I just think it gets old fast, and it's more about timing than like aim and precision. Definitely check them out both. Gamefly, both of them.
If you like racing games, I'm gonna go ahead and say buy. If this isn't your genre, I think it's really fun, and I think you should at the very least Gamefly it by going to www.gamefly.com/thegameshow.
So if you're a fan of racing games, I mean, it's a lot of fun. You get all the different power-ups, but you get to drive real cars. So I would say, fan of racing cars, buy it.
I like that that's your explanation. You don't get to drive real cars. You're just pushing buttons on a controller.
But
that's why it doesn't matter.
No, but it's different. But it's
Go-karts.
different. It's like, you know what? It's like that Mortal Kombat trailer where it's like, it's fantasy, but it's also got a mix of reality in there too.
And there's a guy who eats people's heads. No, I see your point.
Double win.
Definitely.
So there you go, guys. Blur. Pick it up, G-fly it, or give it a pass. Up to you. Let's do some Netflix reading. Brian, could you maybe do that for us? Brian?
Brian,
Netflix read? Brian?
Hello.
Brian, Netflix. Brian, the
What?
Netflix read.
What?
The Netflix
Oh, I'm
read.
sorry. I was actually just watching. I got distracted. I was watching Man vs. Wild because the cool thing about Netflix is if you have a Netflix account and you can get a free application for your iPad. And you can just go and scroll through here, watch all your stuff on your iPad, go through all your selections. And here was the really cool thing I found out. I got, let's say, 5 minutes into my movie, but I had to go. You can start watching it on your iPad, and it remembered where you left off. So Netflix, of course, if you don't have an iPad, you can still enjoy Netflix. Of course, DVD sent right to your door. No late fees and no extra hidden charges. There's Alison going over there. No late fees, no hidden charges. Watch the movies. Keep them as long as you want. When you're done, you throw them back in the mail. They send you the next one in your queue. You can also watch Netflix digitally on any Netflix-ready device, like your computer, your Xbox, your 360, and your PS3, and now your Wii. You get movies, you get TV shows, you can watch them anywhere you want, even on the go with your iPad, and soon coming to the iPhone. Jim, back to you.
I would just like to agree with Justin the Buck, who is in the mood for some hot wings. Man, can we send Sean out for some hot wings? Green Day Rock Band also just came out this past Tuesday. So it's kind of in the same vein as Beatles Rock Band, in as you progress through the game, you unlock videos of Green Day, some photos, but they don't give you as much as they do with Beatles, like the kind of the behind the scenes
stuff. There's not as much to give, is what I think.
I disagree with you. Green Day's been around forever.
They have, but you have to remember, that is true.
Yeah.
And also, Green Day, as much as I love them, their first 80% of their songs are 3 chords.
Yeah,
so,
guys, it doesn't need to be on the same level as Beatles Rock Band. I'm just saying that, for a band that's been around as long as Green Day has, they probably could have offered a little bit more of an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at it. No?
Your mom's an exclusive behind-the-scenes look.
Holy shit! Wow!
Well, the other thing is that Green Day's still around. Yes, they've been around for a while, but they're relatively new. There's not enough history to Green Day. It's not like the Beatles. It's not. When you're born, it's ingrained in your brain that the Beatles is one of the best bands ever. Now it's like Green Day, they're awesome and they have a musical on Broadway.
If you're a fan of Green Day, this is your game. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great songs on here. We've got the albums. Obviously, tons of potential for DLC. Downloadable content, noobs. Learned. I actually heard Trey Cool talking on K-Rock about it, and whereas instead of mocap, they had cameras at a concert that scan their bodies and help make the graphics to get the right feel for the game. And so I think a lot of effort was put into this game and in the visuals of it. I don't think you can compare it to the Beatles because you can't compare anyone or anything to the Beatles. But I think this is a fun game. And fun fact, if you have Rock Band 2 and you have this game, you can pay, I think it's a $10 fee, and have your songs from Green Day transferred over to your drive to Rock Band 2, so you can play all your songs on Rock Band 2.
Convenience.
Which you can't do
There
with
you
the
go.
Beatles. You
I
can't
like
do
it.
that.
That is
So
true.
that is convenient for people who just really like rock band.
Green Day Rock Band has inspired your top 7 tonight. Am I correct?
You bet your sweet ass it has.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since Green Day we just talked about tonight, I had to wonder, what is Green Day about? What is Green Day? What day of the week is that? It's the day you do things for the environment. Yeah, you know what?
wow.
Not a stretch at all. Not even a little bit of a stretch, okay? So, top 7 video game characters that help the environment. They're going green.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
To hear who these characters are. What 7 characters in video games support the environment?
Number 7 is the petal from Flower.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. So, in
You're
this,
such a homo.
so what? Okay, it's my God-given right to be a homo, which I think is kind of not what people believe. But
Right.
point being, 7 is the petal from Flower, which was the It game for the PS3. In the game, you are a single petal, bringing life to the land, and your petal can flourish other flowers, and grass will grow, and you can basically stop deforestation. Number 6 is Captain Planet, kind of a no-brainer. Captain Planet game came out for the NES and the Sega.
Captain Planet,
he's-
he's our hero.
He's gonna bring pollution down to 0, and that's basically the point. He's got his Planeteers. You guys can be one too, because saving the planet, I don't know if you've heard, but it's kind of the thing to do. So looting and polluting, it's not the way. You should probably hear what Captain Planet has to say, and that's you can be what is it? It's wind, earth, fire. I know wind is
Heart.
wind,
Heart.
and then the heart kid has a monkey.
Yeah.
So if you have a monkey, you too can save the planet. Otherwise, just forget it.
Mullet.
And a mullet. You need those 2 things. Monkey and a mullet. 5 is Dewey from Dewey's Adventure. You're a droplet of water who lives in a magical land protected by a magical tree with fairies in it. And when the evil attacks, the fairies protect it. But when the fairies don't protect it, Dewey has to save the day and clean the water, get the fruit. I'm not making any of that up, which is really sad for all of you. Dewey's saving the planet is all I'm saying.
Nice job, Dewey.
Yeah. Number 4 is the Prince of Persia. You might say,
What?
hey, what? Why is the Prince of Persia on this list? Here's why.
'Cause he's hot.
That's actually not true, but he is hot, but that's not why he's on the list.
Oh.
But in the 2008 Prince of Persia game, you're in this desert land with all kinds of sand. Your job is to make the land fertile again. Make it green and pretty. For those of you who played, you guys know not necessarily the same as the other Prince of Persia games.
I
You
played.
have to bring life to.
I collected all 1,000 of those globes.
Nice job,
And did you
RCD.
plant grass?
And I got the DLC and got the alternate ending and
And did you save the planet?
I still wanted to throw my controller out the window.
Number
Yeah.
3 is the Prince from Beautiful Katamari. In Beautiful Katamari, you have to collect all kinds of junk, trash, whatever's around you, to fill up a gaping hole that is a black hole caused by the king's tennis serve, which obviously is a metaphor for greenhouse gases. I mean, could that be any more of a
Duh.
metaphor for what we're doing to this poor planet? No, it couldn't. So clean up your trash. Number 2.
Thanks.
Number 2 is Flood. I think we can all know that everyone's favorite Mario game is Super Mario Sunshine. Can I get an amen? Amen.
I didn't even remember this game.
Well, in the game, you have this awesome water-powered jetpack that shoots water, and it cleans up the evil, oily bacteria, dirt stuff that evil baby Bowser leaves around. Point being, Flood cleans up all the oil, which maybe we could use right now, guys. BP? What?
Fuck BP.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You guys suck. So, number 1. Okay. Number 1, not actually a video game character. Kind of took a
it's
step back.
sneaky.
Yeah, I'm sneaky like that. Number 1's actually Capcom. Because Capcom
Oh.
knows the importance of recycling, which is something that I think so many people and Americans don't really understand. And you see, children, there are 11 Resident Evils. There are over 20 Street Fighters and over 25 Mega Man. And I want you to know that they have recycled and reused the same series over and over again, and they have saved energy and manpower and money, and they have improved the environment by rehashing the same old crap. Thank you, Capcom.
Thanks, Capcom.
Thank you.
We will be on the floor at E3 next week, prepping a lot of stuff for you, going to see all the cool games, going to the parties, getting the hard-hitting interviews that you guys want to hear. That last part's not true. So make sure you check in back with us. We're going to have a big E3 roundup. Hopefully Jessica Chobot will be joining us, Jordan Morris from Fuel TV, Alison if she wants to come back, Rocky Vanus from Blur. It's going to be a lot of fun, so check in. What? Dean Takahashi is going to be joining us as well. It's going to be awesome. So in the meantime, until then, very excited to have you, internets. I'm Jim.
I'm Nicole Buckleby.
I'm Allison, 2-year Hailsip.
We'll see you next time, guys. Can I just clear up something? Justin the Buck is saying, what the hell is 2-year? That was my nickname for Allison back in high school because she's a little bit younger than me. So my friend and I were just like, oh, in 2 years that girl's gonna be totally hot.
I'm so embarrassed.
Hey, it worked out though. You're hot now.
Wait, and for the record, I did not learn this nickname until 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Jim told me. He's like, did you
I thought I had told you that.
No, you never did. You were just like, do you know we used to call you 2-year? And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And then he explained it to me, and I was like, awkward.
Next number.
Point being, Allison's hot.